Jake?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That should be good. Yeah?
Okay, I think we're good.
We got a rhythm going now.
Yeah, we're good.
And Jason. And Joe. And Breanna. And Jake.
Who are you?
I'm no one.
I was raised to do one thing. But I've got nothing to fight for.
Nothing will stand in our way. I will finish what you started.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it. The dark side. The Jedi. They're real.
The Force. It's calling to you. Just let it in.
So this is the Screenplay Sidekicks, episode 4?
4?
Three.
That's
7.
all we've done?
Yeah, I know, right?
Three, but we had a pilot / episode 0.
So 4.
Wait,
So it is our 4th recording.
But we're doing
okay.
episode 7.
But now we're talking about Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens.
And sleeps.
And,
Works. And eats.
stirs in the middle of the night, gets up and grabs a glass of water.
Yeah, right.
jumped on by a
If it was
cat.
Kylo Ren, it'd be like, get up, grab a glass of, knife, and drink it.
Tell me, what is a glass of knife?
It's himself because he's such an emo.
Yeah, no shit.
Okay.
I'm Travell. And everyone else...
I'm
back.
Joe.
Fuck, I knew that was gonna happen.
Okay, Jason,
Okay.
you go first.
Okay, I'm Jason. I was on the pilot once.
Yeah, okay. I'm Joe. Have I done all of them, or did I miss any of them?
No, you've done all.
I've done all of them. Okay, so if you don't know me by now, then fuck off.
Okay.
Hey, don't throw away our friggin' listeners. We have few
Oh.
enough as it is.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry, all one person.
Yeah, it's just me when I edit it.
Yeah.
The person who actually hears this.
You're welcome, Travell.
Is it my
And-
turn? Oh,
yeah.
I'm Breanna. I say things sometimes,
Every once in a while.
every once in a while.
Oh, I'm Jake.
Just real late.
He's wrestling Legos. To be
What
fair,
Legos?
Joe, you and I were both. One of us was too early, I guess.
Yeah, well, we could both be too early, I
We,
suppose.
we were both too excited.
That's true. Yeah, we got
Jake
too hyped
is
up.
just not as excited, so it's all good.
Gotta be chill, man.
We've got
Go with
both
the
ends of the
ebbs and flows
spectrum.
universe.
And then we've got Travell, who just wishes he wasn't here, so.
Don't we all?
Oh.
I wish I was going to go see Star Wars again, which I am, later tonight.
Why are you wishing this? It seems...
Unnecessary.
Seems a bit redundant,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It's like me wishing to be less cool, and it just seems redundant.
Okay.
Alright.
So, to put this out real early, because this is the only movie we've done that's fairly new,
Spoilers.
spoilers to all fuck. So,
Oh wow!
all
If you
the
haven't seen it
spoilers.
by now, it's your fault.
Yeah, that's true.
We're gonna spoil everything.
Like, absolutely everything. Like, right off the bat here, if you don't stop listening right now, I'll just tell you, Han Solo dies. So, get
What?
fucked.
Oh, really?
Get-
I
get-
was
get
I was
wrecked.
gonna I was gonna fucking say Darth Vader is Luke's father, but that works too. That works too.
Ooh, that would have been good.
just get wrecked.
Just get wrecked.
Nice comedic timing, Joe.
My grandpa.
You're welcome.
My grandpa said he wanted to know. He really wanted to see this movie because he wanted to know what happened to Han Solo, like after he got frozen in carbonite. Such a big cliffhanger. Didn't know what happened after that.
Again.
Well, no, I just think he just forgot about the movie that existed afterwards.
I think your grandpa's a little confused.
And he actually owns that movie on VHS too, so I had to show him that.
Well, I think, who doesn't?
Me.
Out of all of it.
I don't think I do.
Me.
I have it on a computer. I have it on like a digital.
I meant like as a family with your family growing up.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, no. When Jake wanted to do A New Hope, I was like, either I watch this online somewhere or I just don't. So I just didn't.
Jeez.
Because
Either I watch this
I don't have
online-
easy access to it. My movie collection moved away, so.
Yeah, but watching online, oh no, that's like real hard.
To be fair, I couldn't find a stream of it, and
Well,
that's
if you
why
live
I didn't
with
watch
if you live
it.
with Travell, he doesn't let you. So
Yeah. Only if you use his computer. He's fine if I use my iPad.
So, The Force Awakens is...
the point of the movie is that Travell's a little bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
That's the read I got off it, too.
Fucking bitch.
Is that why you're going back to see it again, just to see if maybe you were wrong the first time?
Yeah, maybe the second time through I'm not such a bitch.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so in the beginning of the movie, it has the scene with the old guy. And Joe, I know me and Joe and Breanna were talking about it. We were trying to see, was that somebody we were supposed to know?
No, but it's character actor.
Yeah, it's character actor Max von Sydow.
Yeah.
But
Joe's
it's
like,
not
I
like
know.
it's not a Star Wars character. Like it feels like it kind of should be. Like, are we supposed to know who this person is?
Have you not read
That's
the book that he featured in?
Fuck.
God, fucking noobs.
Jeez. Fuck. Sorry, Jake.
Okay.
Guess we're just not fucking Star Wars as you are.
No one could be as Star Wars as me, whatever that means.
Jake is the most Star Wars of anyone.
Yes, true.
Star Wars.
Yay.
It was good.
It was
Yeah,
good.
it was good. I think for all the expectations that it had for it and everything that could have gone against it, I think it turned out probably better than just having that much pressure on a single movie and everyone attached to that movie.
Yeah.
That much pressure on them.
Yeah.
The fact that it was not like just meh, it was actually pretty good is kind of
Impressive.
impressive in
Did you
its
say
own
it's
right.
most impressive?
Even if it does borrow a lot from New Hope.
Only like some parts.
It's like the outline.
Yeah.
The outline is New Hope, but all the characters are different, and it's not even like, oh, this character is this person. No, they're completely different characters with different personalities and different roles.
I don't know, I feel like Rey's like three people in one kind of tied together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Got a bit of Luke Skywalker, got a bit of Han Solo-y there, a bit of, got a bit of Leia,
Yeah,
like her gender. But
with her hair.
Yeah.
I thought the weird hair.
She
but-
is the princess, the savior, and that other guy all at the same time.
Pretty much. She was good. I was actually, you know what? When I first watched the movie, I was I just kind of, I don't know why, but I thought that Finn was going to be the guy that has the Jedi guy.
I had that spoiled by seeing a toy
Okay.
online, so I knew she was going to be the Jedi.
Okay, it was just because in all the trailers, he was always the one with the lightsaber, and he was always the one that, like, you know, looked like he was about to fight Kylo Ren and all that stuff, and it never really showed that she was going to be the one that was doing that.
Yeah, the same thing with all the posters. It was like
Yeah.
the blue lightsaber and him
Exactly.
holding it, and that was like it.
Yeah.
And then Ray and her staff.
Yeah, and for hers, she has the staff.
Yeah, so that was nice at least. It's interesting. I have not seen most of these actors in anything except for maybe like Oscar Isaac or anything like that. Or I've seen them all in like one movie before this, like, and it's not a very large movie.
Inside Llewyn Davis.
I've seen him in like that and Ex Machina and all the other ones, and
Yeah. They're kind of like smaller scale movies they've been in.
I saw John Boyega in Attack the Block, and that was it.
Yeah, that's the only thing I know he's been into.
And
Attack the Block, I'm still surprised people aren't talking about it as much as I thought they would by now.
Also, that one stock image thing that John Boyega was in. He was in a bunch of stock images.
Was he?
Yeah, people found it.
Oh, just like stock
Yeah.
photos online.
Okay.
He did that before he was into acting. Whenever he just was in a bunch of stock photos, so there's just a bunch of memes with him just like saying stuff, and zoomed in on this very blurry stock image of him. Yeah. So, and I've never seen Daisy Ridley in anything except for this.
Yeah, same. Now, like,
She's
Donald
adorable.
Gleason has showed up in a couple things.
Like Ex Machina, In Time. Wait, About Time? Was that him?
I think it was About Time.
Yeah. Okay.
In Time was Justin Timberlake.
Oh yeah, well, that was a good movie. It wasn't. That was a bad movie. Don't ever watch it. It was bad. The people who made it should feel bad.
I didn't watch Girls, but I guess Adam Driver was a regular on that.
Yeah, I've seen a couple episodes of The Girls. He's in there. He was also in another movie I saw, but I don't remember what it was called. I know, cool story.
Who plays Captain Phasma, which is escaping...
Oh, the girl from Game of Thrones. The lady.
Yeah, she's on Game of Thrones.
Brienne of Tarth. I don't remember her. I don't remember the actress's name, but
Gwendolyn Christie.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. So she's been on Game of Thrones, but, like, none of them big, except for the returning actors from the Star Wars franchise.
And even then, really only Harrison Ford's been in other stuff aside from like smaller roles or voice acting.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only one who really had a big career afterwards.
Yeah, Carrie Fisher had her run of comedies in the 80s, but kind of...
But that was a run of comedies in the 80s. No.
Yeah, that was 30 years ago.
Yeah, that's quite a while ago.
One like run of comedies in the 80s, like, you know, whoa, that wasn't popular.
I mean, it's just one of those things where, like, Mark Hamill is loved, but he hasn't been anything super mainstream for a while.
Mm-hmm. He still has, like, all the nerds for being the Joker, but...
And the beard. That's beside the point, just a cool beard.
Apparently he hates it.
Oh, yeah? You know, for a man known for voice acting, he didn't say a single line in the movie, though, so... I don't know.
Also, I love the Twitter Very Lonely Luke, which I saw from you, Jake.
Oh, I retweet,
Yeah.
like, everything, or, like, the
Yeah,
emo
I'm-
Kylo
I'm-
Ren.
Yeah.
Emo Kylo Ren is also great.
Yeah. It's pretty damn good. I just love, like, the memes of it, like, just the fact that Kylo Ren's just, like, some emo guy who's just...
Emo hipster.
Yeah. He's got the hair for that. You know, I'll give him credit, though. At least he kind of looked... I could see, like, the facial structure of that being similar to Harrison Ford, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's that scene on the... Joe, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm sorry. What? Hold on. How much did you guys hear?
Like all of what you were
Here,
just
let me give you
doing.
like a... like that.
Sorry. Well, mainly I just knocked over the iPad, but... I also got off the bed for like 2 seconds.
Get out of here, I'm busy.
My apologies.
So Travell, when
Yeah.
you're recording this,
Editing.
editing that, sorry, you're gonna get that nice, did you like them chicken wings on my recordings? You have that to
I'll be
look
sure
forward
to extract that bit of audio and play it before I play the trailer.
Played just out of context, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already out of
Or I
context.
get to the very end of the episode and there's like a minute of silence, and then just,
Like them chicken wings.
did you like them chicken wings?
Yeah, see,
Perfect.
do what you like with it. I give you free permission. My roommate, everybody.
So what I've been thinking about recently, one of the big things I was excited for, more just kind of my connection, is the fight choreography in The Force Awakens, and this whole new trilogy was done by the guys who did these martial art movies, The Raid and The Raid 2.
Mm-hmm.
And they also have a cameo in the film.
Oh, were they the part of the, on the, like the,
They were one of the groups
Yeah,
on
one of the-
Solo's ship, one
Was
of
it?
the Raider groups.
who looked distinctly Asian? Yeah, okay, I can imagine
The
that.
distinctly Asian group was them. So I was kind of disappointed that there weren't that many
Kung Fu fights.
kung fu fight scenes in the movie.
Really,
That's-
I'm not actually at all.
That said, the fight between Finn and that one stormtrooper who yells traitor, who officially,
It's an
because I'm a
internet
nerd, his official name is Nines.
Yeah.
Well, it's his nickname from his serial number.
Yeah.
He's called Nines.
No, I've read this. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that fight scene's awesome. That's the pinnacle of the fight scenes for me. Like, the last fight at the end, it's good, and it's the lightsabers, actually against lightsaber. But the fight against Finn and that trooper was just really good, in my opinion.
It wasn't a very long one, though, which is fine. But, like, also, it's weird that it was just some random stormtrooper that he was fighting and not, like, like, I don't know, Phasma or anything like that.
Yeah, parts of it does seem like it kind of should have been Phasma, just due to how little she kind of had in the movie.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she said is she going to be the next one?
I would assume. They left her open-ended. They chucked her down the garbage chute,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
there wasn't necessarily a scene where she didn't escape.
Yeah, true. I think there's room. I think she's, like, cast in the next one, too.
Mm-hmm. And she may have more scenes. As an article I saw on my Twitter feed before recording this, it was like, breaking news. Star Wars home release will have deleted scenes.
Oh, yeah? That's breaking news.
It will have deleted scenes.
Oh my.
Deleted scenes. What will
Not
we ever
deleting
do?
scenes.
Well, they're in a novelization of Star Wars The Force
Yeah.
Awakens, so...
And apparently there's not going to be an extended cut, which I think is good.
What?
It's they're not planning on doing an extended version for home video.
No, fair enough. Well, the always problem is, like, sometimes they delete scenes and then, like, in a sequel, they'll do things that kind of go against, like, if they was in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
So it makes sense why they wouldn't, like, bother that. Otherwise, it would make up, like, oh, is that canon now, or is that...
Or is that not?
Yeah,
And
or just
then-
things like that. Just make it more complicated than it needs to be.
And the runtime is like 2 hours. Nice. That's nice. The runtime is like 2 hours and 15 minutes. So it's kind of long, but it feels like just the right length, honestly.
I feel like it was just long enough, yeah. It was like...
Yeah, like a lot of stuff goes on, and if it went on any longer, it might have kind of got boring.
Yeah.
True dat. Hold on one sec. What the fuck was that?
What the
That
fuck
was-
was what?
Jake
So-
sitting up.
Oh. Okay. I heard like a... Sounded like something like... Not like that, because
That-
I know that's
that's-
just your face, but like... It sounded like a spring, like, getting destroyed.
Yeah. God damn it, Jake.
Fucking Jake. Similar, but no.
By the way, I have a book now of all the random facts you ever want to know about the Lincoln Memorial.
Oh,
I know, right?
ooh, that's
On
exciting.
topic. Lincoln, that main character in the Star Wars films, right?
Pretty much. Do you know
He,
Darth Vader was actually based on Lincoln?
There you go.
And that's a fact.
Makes
True facts.
Didn't just
True
make
facts, everybody. True facts
It's a
from
rock
Jake.
fact.
No one can be as Star Wars as Jake, so we know it's true.
Did you know that there was a myth that the face of Confederate General Robert E. Lee is carved in the back of Lincoln's head? But it's not, actually.
But that was a myth.
That was a myth. Funtastic Beasts is all you need to do. Stay around me and you'll see all these stuff.
Oh, that's
All
cool.
these-
That's a good thing that myth got busted.
Yeah. Busted.
Thanks, Joe. You kind of continued where I was going on that one.
You're welcome.
Where were we at, anyways? Some about Star
We
Wars?
were just talking general Star Wars. We didn't really have like a topic point at the moment.
I have a topic point that I might get hated for about,
Go on.
Go on.
but I feel like I need to bring
we
it
need
up.
conversation. So
Okay. Finn is black.
yes.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
No. Hear me out. Though. Hear me out. Because thinking about it, unless they changed who they were cloning for, I
He's
just
not
watched.
a clone.
He's not a clone.
He's not a right. Yeah.
Stormtroopers
no,
aren't clones. Because remember in episode
They're not
4, there's episode 4, there's different sizes of clone troopers, or stormtroopers, remember? Because like there's one that was
No.
Han Solo size and one that was Luke Skywalker size, and it's like, oh, you're a little bit short to be a stormtrooper, and like, why would there be different sizes if they're the same person though?
Yeah, with
Doesn't
the
that-
Empire.
Doesn't
with
that
the
line bring up the exact same thing that I'm saying though?
In the
Jake?
expanded universe,
God damn it! With your expanded universe.
Well, isn't it with the Empire?
Yeah.
They did have like remnants of the clones, but they also, recruited
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's why some
drafted or forcefully
They-
taken people.
that's why some stormtroopers can shoot better than others.
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, they brought that up. I just forgot about it. But
And,
no, because I watched this. I watched the second prequel, and it was like, oh yeah, clone troopers. They're clones of a not black guy. Forgot connections that don't make sense.
They're not some random New Zealand guy.
I have an anecdote about Star Wars Episode 2.
Uh oh, go
Best
on.
one.
Turns out I remember almost everything that happens in that movie. Because here at this household, we all watched it recently, earlier this week. And we were all drunk. And, like, way drunk and gone. And then, like, whenever somebody asks something, what I'm confused, what's going on? I knew what was going on, and I, like, said, oh, in the last scene, Anakin made awkward stares to Padme, and they're, like...
I hate
making
that.
out, and it's
that's
weird.
like half
and then we
the
get to
movie,
the
though.
scene where he's like,
Talk about the sand.
I killed them.
I killed them all, and not just the
Not
men,
just the men,
but the women,
and the
children
And
too.
the children.
I hate them. No, they're animals, and I slaughtered them like
Slaughter them
animals.
like animals.
I hate them.
Yeah.
Yep.
So apparently I know Star Wars Episode 2, like, really well.
No, I've
Like,
seen
scarily well.
Either that or drunk Travell just really pays attention to these movies.
That's the thing. I don't remember watching it the next day. Like, I knew it happened, but I don't remember paying attention to it. All I remember is me chiming in every now and then and being like, oh, that's what happened. But I do not remember paying attention to it in the slightest.
Huh. Well, like I have like that memorized for like the other ones, so like the original trilogy.
I do for New Hope. Most of Empire.
I have like the first
And
half of Return of the Jedi memorized.
Same. I do remember the first half a lot more.
Well, because
I
the
did
first
just watch it.
the first half is way better than the second half.
I just watched it the other day. I love Return. It's still my favorite.
Ooh, yeah, okay. There's not enough Darth Vader saying no. Because he did say that in the original. He didn't say anything, but they added him saying no. So yeah, that's pretty good.
So Force Awakens.
Right. Yeah,
But the thing with Finn is that with the First Order, I don't know if all of their troops are like this, but Finn's group in particular is they're basically abducted as children and then trained as soldiers.
Dykes.
Yeah, man.
That's the common theory.
They said that in the
they
movie.
say that in the
Actual
movie.
thing.
I remember now them saying that in the movie.
Well, like, I remember Finn mentioning it that, like, same as everybody else, captured when I was little, and that's, like, all I remember, or something, or something along those lines. But, like, would that be everybody?
I don't know.
I don't know if that's necessarily everyone in the First Order.
Seems like probably like all the grunts like him were.
Probably.
But he was also a janitor, so
This is true.
What does that mean?
Apparently, janitors, they can shoot a lot better.
Well, he didn't shoot at all. He was.
That's a good point.
He was
You need a weapon. You have a weapon.
Oh, apparently in the book they talk about
Okay.
how they thought it was just like a weapon malfunction, which is why he didn't shoot anything. That was his excuse. Which is why she asked him to get his weapon checked.
No offense to Finn, or who says you have a weapon? Is that Han or is
No,
No,
Maz
that's
Kanata. Maz Kanata. Maz
that
Kanata.
chick?
Maz
The
Kanata.
tiny one.
The
I'm saying
tiny
her.
one with goggles.
Fuck, I'm saying her name right now.
Okay,
Maz Kanata.
Maz Kanata.
Maz Kanata.
Right. Okay. So she says that, and
Who
like,
again?
Fuck off.
Who again?
Fuck.
okay, saying that, like, he's not trained with a lightsaber, but she expects him to use it instead. No, maybe giving him a gun he could probably use better at that point.
I would stab, like, he stabs one
He
person.
does well, but
But no, but he stabs one person. As soon as I would do that, I would pick up that guy's gun, because clearly you're better off with a gun.
Doesn't
not
he-
like he can deflect any bullets or anything. He's not a Jedi.
no. Doesn't he kind of like brutally execute that one guy? Like he gets in real close.
Yeah, he does.
And then
And then
lightsaber
just-
through the chest.
Yeah, right into him.
Pretty much, yeah.
Says or asks if the devil dances in the pale moonlight, and then like
Nice, sick reference, bro.
I know.
I still hate the fact that he's so good with a lightsaber.
So good with a lightsaber. Didn't he get his ass kicked by the stormtrooper?
Yeah,
he got his
that's what I
ass
mean.
kicked by almost everybody in that show.
Yeah, I know.
But no, he left a few marks on fucking Rin, didn't he?
But Kylo Ren also had a fucking, like, bowcaster
got
right in his
shot.
chest.
I was at a comic book store discussing that in particular, how Kylo Ren took Chewie's bowcaster and then still fought.
You know what always weird? That he did this weird thing during the fight where he kind of went like a... Kind of
Oh, I
his
love
chin.
that.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but that's just fucking rad.
It was just because
It was like it was on his side. Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
he's
reading a fan
punching his
theory.
wound,
I was reading a
and he's
fan
like,
theory
fucking,
about it.
Well, like,
Yeah.
there was like, he was gonna, like...
It
Chewbacca
was
didn't
basic.
intentionally kill him, or what?
Yeah, I've heard
I-
that one, but go on.
I
Jason.
don't know. I don't remember if it was because Chewbacca didn't intentionally kill him or not, but those words were right, absolutely correct. No, but it was something about like because he's still wavering between light and dark and all that. He's hitting himself just to
get the
make
anger.
pain and just focus. Yeah, get more anger and focus himself on the pain rather than anything else.
That's what I kind of assumed in the movie, because it seemed like he was just trying to get more pissed off, I think.
Rather than the fact that he just got shot by Uncle Chewie, you know.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
also called, he also called Finn a traitor, didn't he? So he was like,
Everyone does.
everyone does, apparently.
Traitor.
But he, like, screamed it, like, he was so mad at him for that, like, very personally offended by this.
How dare you betray me?
Yeah.
Probably
like-
cut himself because of it.
You know what I like about Kylo, though? Is that, like, there's that part where, like the guy's telling him the thing and he gets really pissed off about it. But, like, Darth Vader would just choke the guy or whatever. But then, like,
Yeah.
but then Kylo
It's-
was like, well, it's clearly not his fault. He must have tried really hard at this job. So I'm like,
so
so I can't kill him. So
I'll
I'm just
just
going to
destroy the
lightsaber the rest.
monitors.
Yeah.
yeah, destroy everything else.
Honestly, I think there's a bit too much Kylo Ren hate going on.
I don't hate Kylo Ren. I think he's fine as a villain.
No, I really like him as a character, and he has a lot of things to him, but I find people are kind of just like writing him off. Oh, he's a whiny baby who throws tantrums.
He seems like an Anakin if he was, like, done, like, good.
Kind of,
Fair.
yeah.
Yeah, I can
Kind of,
see
yeah. And I'm like, I don't know, I just like it. I like his character. Then I always feel like I want to defend him a bit. Because he does that, and then, like, watching the original trilogy this week, yeah, Vader gets pissed. He just kills people.
Yeah.
In, like, Empire alone, he chokes out 3 different
Well,
officers.
I think in Empire,
for
like, there's,
fucking
like,
up.
I think in Empire, there's no Grand Moff Tarkin ever to, like, simmer him down at all. So he's just murdering everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, I think, like, the Nazi imagery was way more in this movie than any other one.
Oh, man.
Oh God, yeah.
Really?
Especially with the speech.
The speech and the
Hux.
turns and, like,
Hux.
the salute.
General Hux.
Yeah. General Hux.
Yeah, I think that's Domhnall Gleeson's.
Yeah.
The speech he gives
Or
is...
Bill
and,
Weasley,
well,
I should also know.
he's also practically blonde, blue-eyed, so...
But he's a redhead.
It's very
He was a
strawberry.
Weasley.
Yeah. It's... I'm just saying.
Okay, but nonetheless, like, even what he's wearing, like, as he's on that stage,
Clearly,
he's like,
yeah. It's clearly
Yeah,
just
and like
off.
the
fuck,
big
just like
banners.
raise your right arm.
I
Why
mean, to be
not?
fair, they're already called stormtroopers, so you can't get more on the nose than that. But I mean, but I mean, you know,
It was
Still.
like you could see it in the original trilogy. Like, yeah, there is some Nazi similarities. but it's
stormtroopers,
very-
as I said.
Uh-huh. It's almost subtle and it's pretty toned down. And then you get to this one and it's like, okay, let's just here's the dial and turn that up.
I don't know. I feel like the uniforms in the original trilogy were just straight up just Nazis. Like
Yeah,
like
very
Hugo
much.
Boss may have all just designed it himself again. That's my favorite fact. That Hugo Boss designed the Nazis' uniforms. Brilliant.
As a topic, what about Rey being too much of a Mary Sue? Opinions and thoughts on that.
What do you mean by Mary Sue?
A Mary Sue is kind of it's a cliche, or the word used for cliche, where like a female character is
Or male.
just good at, or it's mostly used for females.
No, but I would think that Wesley Crusher was called a Mary Sue
Was
more
he?
than anything. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's just it's not a really term. Unless it's called Mary
for-
Stew. I know it doesn't matter. Same thing.
It's for a character who is good at a lot of things, but generally lacks like any personality.
Oh,
Just because they're like, yeah, they're good at stuff, but it doesn't say why or give them a reason.
I think-
it's just they're good at things.
I think for the most part it's used for characters who don't face a lot of like adversity or like or feel like they're just good at everything and they don't really face a lot of conflict or I don't know, they're just loved by everybody. I don't think that's
Like,
the case here though.
no, I
TBH, like, I think that it makes a lot of sense in my head because she's, like, all, like, forcey and stuff, and, like, she's got that thing going for her, but, like, along with that, because she was abandoned on some deserty planet,
Yeah.
like, you know, if you had to live on some deserty-ass planet, like, grabbing parts for, you know, the past, like, what is she? She's probably, like, 19.
Yeah,
when
it's probably like
she's
10 years or I don't know how long is it, yeah.
she's probably been doing it for like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
10 years or so that makes sense why she's so good mechanically and stuff. And then the Force thing, well, it's the Force. You're
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
just good at everything
Just
once you get
is.
the Force. It just is, yeah.
I mean, I think that like Luke Skywalker was also an amazing amazing pilot for some reason too, like in the original trilogy. Mm-hmm. But I feel like
yeah, they never really went much into it. He's just, yeah, I'm a good pilot,
that's
and
his,
then you're on the trench run.
Yeah.
And then you're at the trench run, and yeah, he's a good pilot.
so. I mean, I feel like I don't know. I think she's I don't think she's much of a. I think because she has a lot of personality and stuff. She has like a lot
She
of.
does. I disagree with it too. She has. I think she does have. She has her own character. It's just honestly, it's kind of because she's a female, and the Mary Sue term being associated with that a lot of the times, and because she's in tune with the Force, just generally makes you good at shit.
But it's a bit weird. I'll tell her what. It is a bit weird that she could just do everything. Like she could do a Jedi mind trick like initially. You know what I mean?
But she didn't.
Yeah, how did she even know
tried.
about that?
I don't know.
Legends.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, Qui-Gon
Well, I
couldn't
guess-
do it in the original one. Like, remember
Well,
episode 1 when
Qui-Gon did do it!
No, but like you don't need. No, credits will do fine, and like no, it won't. 'Cause it's-
No, I don't take credit.
He did it like half an hour before that just fine, though.
Yeah, but Qui-Gon's the worst Jedi, so
Yeah, sure, whatever. I mean, you know, there's all those other ones that just got murdered by clone troopers, but whatever. Sure, Qui-Gon's the worst.
I mean, yeah, he is. Thanks for agreeing with me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, Obi-Wan has his moments, like, you know, when he shoots General Grievous and says it's uncivilized, but, you know, he just fucking shot him in the heart.
I know.
Also in that scene, he tosses the gun down, stands up, picks it back up, says how uncivilized, and then tosses it back down.
Is he actually? That's amazing.
Well, it's because he's on the edge.
Yeah.
He's
I'll
on
be
the edge of a
watching for
platform,
that.
so he like throws the gun ahead, gets up, bends down, picks it up, says the line, tosses it again.
He's just trying to play catch with himself. That's all.
That's actually like the best thing ever. I'll tell you what though, this movie's not as quotable as episode 3 or 2 is though.
Unfortunately, not.
That's probably
Maybe-
a good thing though, you know.
It's got some quotes like "traitor."
Yeah. But it's no sand. I hate the sand. It's coarse and rough and it gets everywhere.
I have the higher ground, Anakin.
Yeah. You know what you can do? You can just jump a little bit in front of him and not jump over top of him and get your legs chopped off. Sorry.
I know it's a whole thing.
Also, I noticed there's not that many flips in this movie.
No, like that was my whole thing with the martial arts. Is
There's not as much flips.
I expected more flips.
It reminds me a
There
lot
were
of...
some spins.
I don't know if you guys ever seen Highlander, but it's kind of like that sword fight where it's a lot of chopping wood, it seems.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Highlander is still disappointing to me for that.
I think I love about
It's
Highlander.
a movie about sword fights in
and the,
modern day and
the
stuff.
sword fighting's not
That's-
that good.
No.
The sword fighting's not that good.
Okay, hold up. Me and Breanna got a ditch.
Okay.
Okay, do you guys just want to speak your little final thoughts then before you head out?
Yeah, sure. Okay. I thought it was pretty good. The only thing that really pissed me off was the fact that Finn and Rey could kick the hell out of Kylo Ren, but I guess Finn can't beat a stormtrooper. I guess that makes sense. That's the biggest...
Biggest gripe?
I really don't like that. It's just like the fact that, I've had zero experience sword fighting. I've never been trained for this. I barely even know how to click the lightsaber on. But I can sure beat the shit out of Kylo Ren.
It's fair.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's a fair point.
Fair enough. I
That's
thought
the
probably should have
only-
been gone just instantly, you know?
Yeah, that's the only gripe I have about that. Other than that, though, I highly enjoyed the movie. I thought that it was pretty cool how it stuck fairly close to the past Star Wars stuff. It was a little bit of a repeat, but it was very, very Star Warsy, which
That's
I
the
liked.
only thing that really bothered me, was it being a bit of a repeat. But, I don't think I actually expected much different, though, either.
Okay.
I don't know.
Very, yeah.
I don't know. It was really good.
Okay. Well, I'll see you guys.
Yeah, you guys have a good night.
Bye.
Well, you guys too. Take it
Okay.
easy.
Later.
Ciao.
Okay, you know what kind of bothered me about the as we're talking about the Death Star or the new one or whatever, what is it called?
Star Killer Base.
Star Killer Base.
Witness the power of this fully functional
Okay,
Death.
okay.
Sorry.
Here's the thing I have with it.
Star
it's
Killer
on
Base.
it's on a planet, straight up.
It is a planet.
Yeah. So
It eats
does
stars.
it only have 2 shots because there's only 2 suns in that system? I don't get it.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing brought up. But my only real defense is they pretty much took out their enemy almost entirely with that first
they
shot.
pretty much accomplished their entire tasks, and the only thing it didn't accomplish was destroying the resistance base.
Yeah, which I can't. This is just total bullshit guessing, but I would assume is probably less than 25% of the initial full group against them.
Yeah, I don't know.
To be fair, once they had eaten the second sun, there would have been nothing to keep the planet in orbit, and they would have just fucked off somewhere. So it could have found another sun.
True, fair enough.
Like if it shot off, would it just start flying into space?
I feel like there's a lot of logistics
there's
problems
nothing
in
to
this
hold
thing
it
here.
there anymore. It would just keep going.
I feel like there's a lot of logistics in this that they haven't thought about.
Yeah. If they ate the sun at the right time, they could determine which direction they'd go in, I guess. I don't think they thought that far through. They were just like, reload. We need to shoot them now. Quickly.
Yeah, that was the one good time J.J.
Get
Abrams couldn't
Hoth.
put a
I
lens
mean-
flare in there.
And as much problems as we've discussed it brings up, it is still a wonderful set piece of the slowly turning to night as the sun's getting drained away,
And at the very end,
on
it
this
turns to
ice
light.
planet.
It's very symbolic.
that is, like you said, it's very cinematic and it just looks damn cool.
Oh, actually, You said Ice Planet, and that reminded me of something I was thinking about earlier. Any space movie, in general, the entire planet is one kind of
Yeah, true.
thing.
True,
It's all one biome.
Yeah.
Like, we're on Earth. We have how many different sections? And then there's no, we have a planet of swamp. We have a couple planets of desert. We got this forest one over here, this icy one.
Well, maybe in Dagobah, there's a part of Dagobah that's just completely beachfront.
Yoda goes down there on vacation once a year.
We don't know.
Yeah, but
or entire city.
You get my point.
What was it? Coruscant's case, just an entire city.
Yeah, I was actually about to bring that up.
Yeah.
Even Coruscant, it's an entire planet that's just city.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always had a problem with Coruscant just because my brain cannot an entire planet is one city.
With the
my brain
scale
just
of
can't comprehend
the galaxy, I'm okay with Coruscant.
Yeah, because it's the
because
capital of the galaxy.
that's man-made also as well. It's not like we just happen to have this fucking swamp planet over here.
I just love it. Every single aspect of that planet though is just a city.
Yeah,
every single inch of it is yeah. But you know what's weird? I don't think that was Coruscant that got blown up though.
No,
I've heard rumors that I've heard sayings that it's not actually Coruscant that got blown up there.
It's Coruscant too.
Electric Boogaloo, yeah.
Yeah, Dorisant.
But I don't. It's weird. Because I thought it was Coruscant. But I guess they don't really. They never say it is.
No, I thought it was Coruscant.
Yeah, I assumed that was one of them.
But it could be another planet that's entirely city.
Yeah. Well, no, they didn't show an entire city. They showed one city, so it could have been
just one section.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. Because I didn't understand what was going on in the universe at that point. What was the? So there was a republic, there was a resistance, and there was also a First Order.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think the Republic took over for the Empire.
Yeah,
the Resistance is just a group from the Republic to take on the oncoming threat of the First Order.
Yeah,
if I can guess.
And I guess
I don't
the
know
First
why
Order,
they call that the Resistance.
Because the First Order is more of a resistance than in that case.
Yeah, because they're not the government.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or are they
because they just felt like carrying on the Resistance from the old ones.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. They probably just got lazy.
They're probably, I guess in their minds, they don't think the Resistance, because, I guess...
We already have all this branding.
Yeah.
I just printed out 25 more t-shirts.
Yeah.
I don't need to start changing this all now.
I guess in their mind, they're not Resistance because they're just continuing on the legacy of the old Republic was, or whatever, I guess, Galactic Empire. Mm-hmm. I guess, it's weird, isn't it? I don't know, it's just kind of an odd thing, because I didn't quite understand what was the state of the universe at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they didn't really have a bit where it's after the Empire fell, this happened and this happened and this happened.
I guess they didn't want to get all episode 1 where they talked about galactic politics for half the movie or whatever.
True.
And trade negotiations.
I love that trailer.
I will make it legal. I'm sorry, that's my favorite line from the whole first movie.
What? Make it legal?
I will make it legal. But that's not legal. I will make it legal.
My favorite line is, "Hey, Annie!"
That's pretty good. No, mine is, "That's so wizard, Annie." My favorite character, by the way, in any Star Wars movie is Shmi.
Shmi Skywalker?
Shmi Skywalker, yeah.
The Virgin Mary of Space Jesus?
Yes.
I still don't understand.
By the way, in my mind, she's just lying.
No. I guess she's gotta be. Just people don't bring that up, that's a line where she basically says he's Space Jesus.
Yeah, they also don't mention the midichlorians anymore, but
That's true, they don't.
They do in the third movie.
What?
They talk about in the opera scene where they're talking about Darth Plagueis.
What did they say?
Oh, he could manipulate the midichlorians in someone's body.
Gross.
I know, right?
Did midichlorians were something they only talked about in the prequels?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why everyone.
I mean, I guess there's, unless Yoda was just midichlorians, there's no one to talk about it in the original trilogy, I guess. But
well, it turns them all from being a bunch of space priests into a bunch of just random people who are just born with a bunch of organisms in their blood. You know?
It's true.
It's kind of like being a mutant.
So it's just like being a mutant, except for you don't get to have sex, and you have to wear a robe all the time.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, actually, if you think about it, Jedi basically abduct. Jedi were basically abducted the same way stormtroopers are.
Basically, yeah. If you watch...
It's like, oh, you have high mid... Nope, you're ours now.
They abduct them when they're like 5 or 6, like really young.
Yeah, really young.
Remember when little Annie was called too old?
And he was like, I don't know,
10?
10?
12? I don't know.
I think
Yeah,
he was 6.
Was he that young?
Yeah, and they was too young, because they had to be young, like really young.
Yeah, he was too old. They had to be like fucking toddlers or something. I
think that was intentional though. I think that was supposed to be the point, that they were like, the Jedi weren't necessarily like the greatest thing in the world because they had problems. But I don't.
In my opinion, the Jedi are evil.
See, I'll give George a little bit of I'll give George a little bit of credit there. I think that was intentional to show that the Jedi might not necessarily have been the pinnacle of civilization or whatever. I don't know, but the pinnacle. Because there's supposed to be a moral gray area, I guess, is at the point.
Yeah, it's...
Because if you read about the Sith, they're all about something called, like, it's all about passion and freedom, or, like, passion and power, and it's, like, it's very, like, it's not necessarily about evil, it's about
like,
passion.
Yeah, it's like open emotions versus closed emotions, and, like, both have their benefits.
And
it's just feel like viewed this one as the good,
and I feel like
the other evil.
And I feel like
as you know, only a Sith deals in absolutes.
Yeah.
But
I feel like Luke's story kind of showed that was not necessarily the case. There wasn't binary one or the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was very wavering, and well, I guess like the original ending, he was going to use this. It's so dark. He was going to take over the Death Star.
I know.
I don't know if Jason knows. That's why I'm saying this.
Oh yeah.
He was gonna.
Think so.
I think he kills Vader, takes over the Death Star under the wing of the Emperor, destroys Endor and all his friends and the rebels, and then I don't know. Harsh cut to credits. I don't know what the fuck happens after that.
But like, I think the whole point, like, he was wearing all black throughout that movie, and like, but it was one of those weird things. It was very symbolic. I don't know if this was George Lucas did it because it seems a bit too like. Not directly implied, but like
to
the very
be fair,
end,
there were other people that wrote that one.
But
so.
but at the very end, he walks out of the thing, and he has like a little patch on his thing that's opened up, and there's a little white showing on the inside. Mm-hmm. So it was one of those weird things where it's very symbolic that like it wasn't all about just all evil. It was about, I don't know, there's good in everyone. I don't know. It was weird.
Mm-hmm. And then, like, conversely, with, like, Episode 3, Anakin's wearing much darker robes than pretty much any other Jedi.
Yeah, true. So I guess it's just one of those things where it's... Yeah. I don't know.
Excuse me.
There was actually one good part of Episode 3, and that was when they're, like, when, like, the Anakin and Padme were looking at each other through, like, the windows. Or, like, and there's, like, that music going on.
It's a weird scene, to be honest, because, like, it is meant... To be like they're sort of looking at each other from afar, but if you're like only half paying attention, and then you're like, "What the fuck? Are they looking at each other like with binoculars across the fucking city?"
It's called Across the Stars. I think that's what the song's called.
Yeah, and like as much shit as I give Episode 3, honestly, by the time we got to the second half of the movie, I was invested.
Honestly,
like,
I loved it as a kid.
Order 66 is still a powerful scene. And, like, the fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin, despite amazing lines...
Goes a bit too long, I think.
It's still a good fight, and it's powerful, even if the acting isn't exactly up to snuff, or the writing is a bit...
Honestly, I think I would like it better if it was shorter, honestly, and wasn't as much flips, or, like, any flips, honestly. Because I feel like...
Honestly?
Honestly, I feel like this. I'm saying honestly a lot.
Okay, sorry, to be totally honest, I think...
Honestly?
Yeah, honestly, I think that the last time I watched the Episode 3 was when I was in grade 4. So I really don't remember any of it.
That's totally fair.
I'm very honest.
I'm just going off whatever you guys are saying at this point. Yes,
honestly,
I agree.
Before this, I don't think I've seen it for like 5 or more years.
Honestly, I don't think I have either.
Not as much as Jason honestly told us, but
To be honest, I don't really know much.
yeah.
Honestly, this
What is
is
that?
getting a little out of hand.
What does that word mean anymore?
That you're lying?
I was
So
lying
Force
before
Awakens. Force Awakens, we somehow have now basically recorded 2 episodes about Star Wars in general, with a little bit extra content talking about the new one.
Yeah.
that. I mean,
Basically.
I was
About to say honestly.
about to say,
Honestly, that's what's happening right here.
I was about to say that, but
You're just
I feel
gonna
like-
do it again.
I feel like I've already talked like The Force Awakens to like death.
I know.
Like, because I've talked about to so many people like the same thing, and I've talked to like about all the different aspects of it. But as of now, like it's, I know like it from like all the discussions about it. It's, I'm trying really hard not to say honestly. It's it's harder than I thought it would be.
Yeah, like myself too. Even earlier today, I'm like, hey, I'm probably gonna end up recording the podcast today. What do I do when I hung out with Nick all day? Let's talk Force Awakens.
I know.
Or I
it's-
went to a comic book store and the guy at the register was like, "Hey, do you guys see Star Wars?"
You say no.
So
What's
guess
that?
what we do for the next 15 minutes? Talk about Star Wars.
Yeah, it's like it's one of those things. It's like this. Like if you're talking to any like nerd about anything, it's just like the first thing that comes up a lot of times is just that, and you talk a
you
bit
see
about
the new
something,
Star Wars?
or just yeah, I don't know. It's weird. But it's good. It's really good. I like the movie a lot. It was my favorite probably movie of last year. Honestly,
What happened when Han Solo got out of the carbonite?
I don't know. No one never know. They never talk about this movie.
It was.
Maybe next time.
I like Star Wars a lot. I've done a lot of thinking about like my top movies of the year. My choices are a bit weirder.
Well, I haven't
So
seen
like
I haven't
Mad
seen a
Max
lot.
is my favorite movie of the year. Still,
Obviously.
Like Sicario.
Are we
then.
doing a best ofs this year, Travell?
I wanted to bring that up at some point. Although Joe and Breanna have left, so we're gonna. I guess I'll put it in the chat later. I was wondering if you guys wanted to do the best ofs this year. We're talking like best movies, best TV shows.
I feel like I haven't seen enough this year to really warrant that.
I can put in a best anime.
That would be under TV shows, but okay.
I'll have to decide which one, but give me a month. I'll get back to you.
Yeah, like
Probably.
this is just I want Jason brought up, I guess, but I wanted to bring up too. Just like, should we do it best ofs again? Like on
I don't
our
know.
old
So I'll have to look
podcast?
at all the movies that come out this year.
And then watch them all.
Yeah,
and
or
make a
just-
decision.
Yeah, I'll have to
I
think
mean,
about that.
I've unintentionally spent like the last 2 months rewatching all the movies I watched in the earlier half of the year.
Because there's still a bunch of movies I haven't
Nice.
seen that I really want to see. That I want to see The Revenant.
Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see Hateful Eight.
I want to see that too. I want to see Sicario. I want to see a bunch of other ones.
I've seen Sicario. I think there was one more. I can't remember at the moment, but I wanted to see at least those two
Yeah.
before I did any real locking down on my thoughts.
I've also wanted to see like that didn't come out this year. I don't know why. I was gonna say I want to see About Time, but my it came out like 2 years ago. It's on Netflix. I'm just looking at it on Netflix. So that's why I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
As for TV shows, I haven't seen like a lot of like some really good ones. I heard like Mr. Robot. I haven't seen that yet.
No, I haven't watched that either. I wanted to.
I want to watch How to Make a Murderer, which is supposed to be good, but it's like a documentary.
Yeah, I've heard it's good. I've heard it's good. I don't know enough about it to catch my interest,
I also haven't seen
to be honest. But
what was it, the Narco?
oh, Narco, yeah. Like I've also heard that's good. It's not something I necessarily want to start right away.
Watched a bit of
either,
Dragon Ball
though.
Super.
Dragon Ball Super.
Tom.
Oh man, that
It's
that
just
thing.
I read the manga actually. It's way quicker and way better.
There's a manga.
Yeah, it's like right now the manga it's afterwards after the Resurrection of F.
Toriyama doing it.
Yeah, no, I think him and
Or is he
someone else.
like just writing, but someone else?
I think someone else is doing. That's weird. It's weird. It feels like a fanfic at some point right now. Because it's talking about like
Honestly,
you're going.
that's kind of what Super feels like.
Well, there's like an alternate universe, like Beerus.
Yeah,
from
that
another
just showed
universe.
up in the newest episode.
Oh, did he?
That wasn't the newest episode, but sure.
Oh well.
Is it
Today's
Fat Beerus?
Sunday.
Is it like Fat
Today's
Beerus?
Sunday? I haven't watched the newest.
Yeah, Fat
episode.
Beerus.
Okay.
Fat Beerus showed up
Fat
in the
Beerus
last
has been in the
episode.
opening for a long time.
Then Girl Whis, right? Okay, we probably stop talking about that. Okay.
So Star
Dragon
Wars.
Ball Super spoilers.
Are we gonna edit this out, or should we just end the podcast right now so we can keep talking about this?
I can. Well, I don't. I think I'm going to the movie right away here.
Okay. Well.
So, but before that, actually, one last thing I want to bring up: Rogue One. Thoughts? Star Wars Rogue One. It'll be coming out this year.
I know literally nothing about it except for some of the actors. And
I know literally nothing about it, including its existence.
Well, I know that it's got Mads Mikkelsen from my favorite TV show of all time, Hannibal.
It's directed by Gareth Evans, who directed
Edwards.
the new Godzilla. Fuck.
Gareth Edwards. No, Gareth.
No. Shit.
Gareth.
Edward? Yeah, look it up. Because I was wrong. Gareth Evans is the guy who does the Raid movies.
Gareth something.
But I always mix him up with the guy who did Godzilla and is doing Rogue One.
I don't know. Gareth something. And then isn't the guy from Looper doing episode 8?
Yes, Ryan Johnson.
Yeah.
Fucking pumped, man. I love Looper. I love Brick. Ryan, the episodes of Breaking Bad he did are
he
fucking
did those
phenomenal. Like,
who's the
I
main character?
love
Jessica.
Ryan Johnson.
Okay, but go back to Rogue One though. Who's the main character? Is it Jessica Chastain? Isn't she the?
I have no idea.
But she's in it.
She could be. I didn't even remember the cast till you said the ones you've said.
Mikkelsen and Jessica Chastain. That's all I know about right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's about like the first, because you know at the start of episode 4, it says like the rebels have just had their first major victory.
Yeah,
that's
they
what it's gonna be
stole the
about.
plans to the Death Star.
That's what it's
And
gonna be about. I think,
These
right?
dudes
Yeah.
doing kind of maybe a Guardians-esque fun heist movie.
But either way, I feel like that's going to be the most interesting because it's a really good, interesting time period for the universe. You know.
And out of all the spin-off ones, is the one I'm most excited about.
What else have they even announced for spin-offs?
I think what is it? A Boba Fett one and a Han Solo one.
Mm-hmm. I think there was rumors about maybe a Obi-Wan Kenobi one.
I do have more hope for the Han Solo one just because it's the guys who did like the Lego Movie and 21-22 Jump Street are the directors.
Mm-hmm.
That team. Even though I wasn't a big fan of 21 Jump Street, I've seen them do other stuff.
That's because you're the only person in the world who's ever seen them show.
I guess kind of fair.
Yeah. I think as comedies they're better. By the way, the last the actual credit sequence of 22 Jump Street is one of the funniest things I've seen in like a theater.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Yeah. I just think that was hilarious.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, we don't want to record this for too long though, because it's going to go on. I feel like
and on
for too
and
long,
on
it's just going to be
and
bad.
I know.
Yeah.
We could end the podcast and just keep talking if you want. I don't really
Like like that fight in episode 3.
Oh, that one, yeah, it goes on for long.
Yeah. Yeah, that specific one that went on too long.
Mm-hmm. That one,
Yeah.
the Count Dooku fight.
Yeah. Do it.
Do it.
Kill him.
Kill him.
Do it.
By the way, I was playing Battlefront 2 the other day with a friend of mine.
Uh-oh.
And like, my favorite thing is if you're playing as the Empire and they have the Empire like announcing things like they've taken a command post. It's just the most posh British guy in the world. It's just So like, but then at one point it kind of sounds like vaguely Nazi-ish. He's like, hostile reinforcement counts are diminishing.
Okay, I looked up a Rogue One, which also took me a while to find because its current title is Rogue One: A Star Wars Story.
Oh yeah, so it is. I just searched Star Wars Rogue One and it.
Yeah, that's why I tried searching on IMDb, and it was like, no, that doesn't fucking exist.
Oh,
Star Wars.
I just used Google. I just used Google.
Apparently they
But
weren't
it's-
allowed to talk about this movie at all until Rogue Nation came out.
That makes sense because people are dumb. But it's Gareth Edwards, not Gareth Evans,
Gareth
and
Edwards.
it's Felicity Jones, not Jessica Chastain.
Sorry, they're both chicks with red hair.
Fair enough. And Alan Tudyk.
Oh,
That was
Tudyk.
the guy.
Nice.
And Forrest Whitaker.
He's good in iRobot. He was the main character. He was the main robot in iRobot.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh man, I forgot about that.
He was also the. Well, he's also in the, of course, he was in.
He's in Firefly.
But he was also like in a Halo game. He's been in a bunch of shit.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Dodgeball, the underdog story.
He voices a character in Star vs. the Forces of Evil. He was in Trumbo.
Noise.
So, like, that's just kind of a silly title. A Star Wars story.
It seems like an after school, like a documentary.
Mm-hmm.
You know, name.
Or, like, Rogue One, the story of, I don't know, random character name.
Yeah.
From Star Wars.
It seems like it'd be like an Ewok Caravan of Courage, a Star Wars story or something like that. I don't know. It just seems like a spin-off title, which it is, I guess, technically. But it seems like a really like after-school, like TV show spin-off title.
So I didn't exactly look what Nick just came into my room and dropped off on my desk. It is, well, it's Star Wars stickers, which I knew he bought today, but they're Star Wars Episode 1 stickers, to be more specific.
Oh, dude, Jar Jar.
And we got Rat Tail Ewan McGregor.
Oh, best for Ewan McGregor. Oh, so apparently there was rumors about Obi-Wan spin-off, though.
Yeah?
I would be happy with that if it was Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, if they brought him back, that'd be interesting.
Like, because there's probably some stuff he did while he was, like, on Tatooine and walking around and shit.
Walking around, waving his arms, making funny noises.
Ooga, ooga.
It's just like 90 minutes of that, and then hard cut to black, and the credits roll.
There's theories that about Rey, and she might be a Kenobi.
Yeah.
So maybe that could tie into that if that was the case.
Mm-hmm. It's just myself personally, one of the problems I have with the prequels is they felt the need that every single fucking thing needed to be tied to the original trilogy.
Like a Jango Fett.
Either through relation or mostly through relation, or Anakin built C-3PO.
Yeah,
every single character needed to be interconnected for no point.
Mm-hmm.
So, with all the theories about Rey, I just honestly really
want her just to be someone normal.
Yeah. Or, there are a few theories floating around about Finn being related to Lando.
Yeah, that's because the older black. That's definitely not the case, though. That's 100% not going to happen.
I mean, he could be related to that one guard in the first...
Oh, yeah. Or
the
captain, whatever his name is from episode 1.
Yeah.
But, that's definitely not the case with Finn. Finn's not related to anyone. I know that. I'm pretty sure. I could bet a bunch of money on that.
Yeah, so, I really want these ones to stay away from the really pointless connecting of characters.
But I feel like if they didn't give Rey a last name, why would they keep that a secret? Why would they...
They didn't give Finn one either, but they explained that in the movie.
Finn didn't have a name. But then with Rey, it seems like, why would you keep something like that a secret if that's not important or not at all something that would be a plot point that would make sense? So I feel like she's probably going to be related to someone like a Skywalker, which would make the most sense, but...
A Skywalker or Kenobi are pretty much the leading assumptions.
And Kenobi, it's kind of a stretch, I feel like, but I would prefer that as opposed to a Skywalker, but I mean,
I honestly would too.
Yeah, because then if she's a Kenobi, unless it's
but Kenobi's really
granddaughter.
Kenobi's really good at mind tricks, so it makes sense. Remember, he's better than Qui-Gon Jinn. He does way more mind tricks than anyone else. So I'm saying.
Yeah, in the first movie, definitely,
mm-hmm.
he does way more mind tricks than anyone.
Because he's the only one that does.
Yeah.
I think is he
episode
the only one who does it? No, I guess Luke uses some in return. I was thinking the whole trilogy, but Luke uses one in return. But aside from that, and that's.
Sorry, I'm thinking of the guy. Ooga Solo.
Yeah, that's how I do my Jabba impression. I just make a bunch of noises and then end every sentence with solo. Bacha no wakato.
Solo.
Goomba talala solo.
I want to see what Jabba the Hutt looked like in episode 4 when they cut him out.
He was just a dude. I think there's pictures.
Was he just a fat dude?
He was a fat dude. Okay, in rewatching those, that scene, not only is it bad CG, but it's totally pointless.
Yeah, because
The
there was
first
already
half of the conversation with Jabba is the exact conversation, word for word, that he just had with Greedo.
Yeah, I know, and Greedo was about to shoot him, and clearly he's that's fine, but clearly he's good enough to talk to Jabba the Hutt, the person who wanted him killed.
And also, I think you can see Greedo in the background.
You can see Boba Fett. You can see Boba Fett in the background.
No, he's in the foreground because he totally just turns and winks at the camera.
You can't see him wink, but you know he's winking.
He just walks on frame, stops dead center, and he's like, eh, and then it cuts, and then it's like wipe.
Star wipe.
Star wipe.
Okay, episode 3 is really bad for wipes.
I've watched episode 3. I've watched episode 4. They're the same amount of wipes.
No, it's not.
No, it's the same amount of wipes. By the way, I dug the wipes in this movie. Episode 7.
I
was happy to have the wipes again.
Episode 3 is just so bad on the wipes. Like, it's not even...
What do you mean by bad on the wipes? There's just too many of them?
Yeah.
I guarantee there was just as many wipes as any other movie.
Episode 4 will do it during location changes and some scene changes, but not all. Episode 3, every scene change, even if it's to, like, maybe Anakin and Obi-Wan goes into the building, they talk, and then it's, like, Star Wipe, and it's them leaving the same building. Like, it's not even separating it that much. It's almost every scene ends with a wipe.
I really loved his wipes. I have to go soon. Sorry.
Okay, we've got enough here.
Mm-hmm.
So, Star Wars: Force Awakens, I like it. It's a very pretty movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Good effects. Left me wanting more, which is always good. As is, just a good movie overall. Jason?
I really like the bit where he super awkwardly uses the bit that shoots out the side of his lightsaber to kind of hit Finn's shoulder a little bit.
Uses the
I really wanted those to serve some kind of purpose,
and they did.
And it was awkward, and it was perfect, and I loved it. So
okay,
that's my entire opinion on the movie.
Sounds good.
And Jake?
Yeah, I really loved it. It was great. I was beautifully shot. It was probably the most fun I've had in a movie. I was smiling like a child throughout almost all of it, except for when Han Solo died. I was a little bit frowning.
Just a little bit.
I couldn't too much because it was.
I knew it was
very
coming.
obvious.
I knew it was coming, but at the same point, I was still sad about it. I really have to go. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace. See you guys.
Also, in that scene, I was totally sitting in my chair going, "Do it, do it." I felt horrible. But I was doing it. Yeah. Do it.
Okay, Travell, when you get this, just remember, I love you. And fuck you. Fucking move away.
Did you like them chicken wang?